Greetings to you. You silly doggy.
To hurt anyone.
Sick!
Good boy. Good boy. You don't want to do that. Fucking coward!
Come here! Mutt! Mutt!
Enough! Leave me be!
The Lord be with you.
Hey?
Trust me, I speak from experience.
Will be brewed in Bohemia, even if the people have to go without bread. Don't worry about it. It could go wrong. You're born. And that's that.
Greetings. Hey! You're all bloody!
Can I spend the night here?
We're not really equipped for that here.
I'll pay you well if you let me spend the night here every now and then.
For a few groschen, there's some room on the hay.
All right, I'll pay. I hope that'll be enough.
Very well. Feel free to sleep on the hay, but don't go wandering around my home.
Where should I lie down?
You can sleep in the barn behind the cart, right next to the wood.
Have you heard? Roman God.
Damn it.
You have a kind master, eh? Much. How can I help you this fine morning?
This could use some repairs. I'd like to discuss the price.
Very well.
I could go for that price.
Excellent. It was a pleasure doing... What'll it be this fine morning?
What do you have for sale? Let's talk about the price.
Very well. Very well, then. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Was möchtest du so früh am Morgen?
I'll have a look at the web. I'd like to do something about that price.
Was soll's? Warum nicht?
What would you say to this?
That's too much. Why? You'll convince me with that price? Danke. Das war ein gutes Geschäft, mein Herr.
What do you need, my friend?
Show me your wares.
Huh? Nothing to your like? King, sir?
Show me your wares. I'd like to discuss the price.
Huh. Very well.
What would you say to this?
You won't convince me with this. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. It's glad to be of help to you, good sir. What would you like?
What do you have for sale? I'd like to do something about that price.
Huh. Very well.
Do we have a deal?
You won't convince me with this. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. Thank you, sir. And come again.
Huh? Hey!
Are you going far, Goodman?
Well, define far. Enough to be apprehensive, huh? You know how it is. If you as much as stick your nose out the door these days, someone will punch it.
I see you're in no danger, though. Fully armed with bonhomie.
Yes, well, mercifully, we apothecaries haven't any enemies. Who would bite the hand that's relieving their pain, eh?
You say you're skilled in the art of healing?
Well, I'm no physician, but I do know my ointments for whatever ails you. For ulcers, salvation, beauty. Wenzel Torward, Master Apothecary, at your service. Of the famed establishment in Turnau. Hey, hey!
Where are you coming from?
I was paying my respects to my brother Oswald in Kuttenberg when I was called away on a case.
What case would that be?
Ah, well, by all accounts, it was an unsavory affair. A young girl murdered, only for her to up and bolt from the mortuary.
What? Are you serious?
Primo, she was never actually dead. Secundo, it was poison that placed her in that death-like state. Et tandem tertiam et finale. She brought it upon herself. So, as I say, it's an unsavory business when a young girl is driven out of her senses by a philandering nobleman.
Do you have anything interesting to sell?
If it's herbs you're after, or alchemy you're interested in, then you're welcome to take a look.
I'd like to do something about that price.
Was soll's? Warum nicht?
What would you say to this?
More. Hey, you'll convince me with that price. Vielen Dank. Es war mir eine Freude, mit dir Geschäfte zu machen. Mein Herr.
What do you have for sale? Let's talk about the price.
Was soll's? Warum nicht?
Do you accept?
That's not worth it. Hey, you'll convince me with that price. Danke, das war ein gutes Geschäft, mein Herr.
Christ, this weather.
How are things at home?
You silly doggy.
Here you go. Take it.
You silly mote.
Come here!
I've traveled the whole world, and now I will tell you the amazing...
Whoa!
God!
Whoa!
Your money or your life.
I'll give you everything I have.
Stop right there! What the?
You're no match for us, fucker. Useless. Show your stuff. Go fuck yourself. Not tough enough on your own. I yield. Mercy. You'll pay for that.
Aye, come here. Go! Go! Oh. Oh.
Good afternoon.
Can I spend the night here?
Well, I don't know. This isn't an inn.
I'll pay you well, if you let me spend the night here every now and then.
But all I have is an old straw mattress, sir.
That's enough for me, and I'll pay you well. Let's agree on a price. What would you say to this?
More! Thanks. And I wish you a peaceful night, sir.
Where should I lie down?
Well, it's best if you sleep upstairs behind the chimney. Go up the stairs to the next floor and then climb the ladder to the attic. That's where you'll find it.
Farewell.
Greetings, my friend.
What's the purpose of the pen beyond the stream?
You noticed the bloodstains there, eh? I let my hands practice fist fighting there.
And what's in it for them?
I send the strongest one to Zhelyov once in a while to test his mettle against the locals. So, maybe you'd like to fight a bit too.
And can I try too?
Why not? Maybe you'll get to go to Zhelyov.
In Zhelyov? Yeah, I've had a few bouts there too. And I even won.
Did you now? Well, you must show them oafs of mine how it's done.
Are you still looking for a helper, like you said at the tavern?
It's been so long, I almost forgot about you. Why didn't you come here at the time?
I was taken on by Radovan, the blacksmith from Takov.
A blacksmith's hand, eh? Never mind. I'm sure I could find some work for you.
Like what?
Like hauling sacks of flour.
Well, I probably won't find anything better around here anyway.
The sacks are in the barn, and the wagon is in front of it. I'll give you a groschen for every half-dozen you carry. You won't have to buy food. We'll take care of that. And you can sleep here, in the barn. But not on the sacks of flour, you understand? Or I'll tan your hide. Climb up to the loft with the others.
Ah, fuck me.
Careful what you wish for. Go on, get to work. God be with you, sir.
It's as light as a feather. Isn't getting any lighter. Won't even break a sweat at this rate.
Holy Christ, pardon me.
Time for another one. Heave-ho. Isn't getting any lighter.
Greetings to you.
I hear the hands spend their free time beating the shit out of each other. Can I have a go?
The miller sent you, eh? Did he explain how it works?
And how do these fights work?
Nothing to it. You put aside your weapons and armor, challenge one of us, and hop in the pen. And from there on, it's pretty clear, I suppose.
And who takes part in these bouts?
Well, the first is of course me. If you manage to beat me, you can try Malik. He ain't as fast as me, but he's got a stronger punch. And if Malik ain't tough enough for you, there's always Vera. He'd tear you to shreds.
Don't worry. I know all I need to.
We'll see about that. This is who we get instead of Zena.
Heave-ho! Good exercise. Won't even break a sweat at this rate. Isn't getting any lighter. Kurwa. What the?
Have you got it done? I said, are you done?
You're milling some pretty peculiar grain here, Miller. It's got a bit of a metallic flavour to it.
Kurwa. Can't you be more careful?
Tell me the truth. What are you really doing here?
Seems I'll have to lift the lid off the cauldron of knowledge sooner than I expected. You think you're ready?
Yes.
I'm attempting to convert matter into a truly miraculous energy.
What?
I understand. It seems impossible. I'm sure you're asking yourself what that has to do with the metal in the sacks. But we're only just scratching the surface. You see, for my experiment, I'll need something sinfully earthy. Something we'll have to appropriate. And that's something you can help me with, my curious apprentice.
I'll help you.
That's the right attitude. Now listen up. In Troskovitz, next to the tavern, there's a rat house. And in that rat house, there's a chest. And in that chest is a document I need. One that used to be mine. But due to an unfortunate twist of fate, ended up there. It's called The Offer of Hermes Trismegistos. It's written right on it. Can you read? At least a little?
I can read. But I reckon that's the catch, isn't it?
The catch is, the chest is under lock and key, and most likely well guarded.
Of course it is. Where exactly should I look for this document? I doubt they've only got one chest in the Troskovitz rat house.
I can't help you there, but my hand Zinnik might know more. He had the document on him, but then the bloody fool got caught because of something else, and they took it from him. I'm pretty sure he's still on display in the stocks on the square. Just remember, lad, if you get caught like he did, the guards will turn out your pockets, and it will be pretty hard to explain what a tramp like you is doing with a document he can't even read.
No, I doubt the bailiff will let me roam around the rat house and go peeking through his chests. Any advice on getting in there without being spotted?
Oh, come on. Do I really have to spell it out for you? Black clothes, the play of light and dark. A quiet night, and those who live in the shadows, concealed beneath its veil.
Is that supposed to be advice?
Just get some inconspicuous clothing and head over there after midnight.
And where can I get some clothes like that?
I had my outfit washed in the Gilioth bathhouse, but After a bit of disagreement, they refused to give it back. It's my gift to you. All you have to do is pick it up.
Pick them up? You want me to steal them, don't you?
Doesn't it sound like a suitable appetizer before the main course? There's no sense in trying to deal with the owner, Dorothy, anyway. She's a contrary woman who's impossible to talk to.
I'm not even surprised your paths crossed. I'd like to learn more about the art of thievery.
Thievery? Humph. Why call it the art of thievery? It's simply an art. But all right, enough wordplay. If you want to learn something, go and see Hensel. He'll tell you how to relieve people of the things in their purses, or how to quickly and painlessly send them to the land of dream. And if you'd like to try opening locks without a key, there's a chest in the barn that you carried the sacks to. You can practice on that.
All right. I reckon I know everything I need. Thanks. What's your story anyway, Crazel? Will you tell me more about yourself?
What business is that of yours? Seems to me like you haven't shut your mouth since you got here.
I'd really like to know more about you, that's all.
You know what? You ripped my sack, promised to help, and what's the outcome of it? Nothing. Just more questions.
But...
You know what? Let's make a deal. When you prove to me you're not all hot air, we can talk.
Does the document have anything to do with the pile of lead balls in your sacks?
As a wise man once said, everything relates to everything else. Only time will tell who's worthy of the true light of knowledge, and who is worthy of nothing more than to spend the rest of his days in the shadow of ignorance with his snout in the dirt.
I get it. Another quote. That's how you always fob me off when I ask about something I'm not supposed to.
You learn quick.
So what is this document?
The less you know, the better. For it is only in the present moment that the mystery of creation is concealed.
Thievery, alchemy, literary quotes. What manner of man are you, Crazel?
I am who I am, and it's none of your business.
I need to know. What's in the document? Who wrote it? And why is it so bloody important?
You won't give it a rest, will you? It's an offer from someone who sells some interesting wares that aren't easy to obtain. You'll be able to see what they're for soon enough. Once you get it for me, that is.
Where should I lie down?
Well, it's best if you sleep upstairs, behind the chimney. Go up the stairs to the next floor.
How about some more advice on sneaking around in Troskowitz?
You've come to the right man. As clumsy as a blind dog and about as inconspicuous as a cow at a banquet table. You've got a lot to learn.
Well, I was focused mainly on my fighting skills.
I don't blame you. Me, I'm no good with a sword. Might be more useful to you in your vocation anyway. But still, ask away. What do you want to know? I'll try to explain it as simply as I can.
What should I wear to be inconspicuous?
Something dark and drab would be best. It won't exactly command respect, but at least people won't pay you much attention. Who'd notice someone so shoddily dressed? Just don't go wearing fancy clothes around tramps, or shoddy rags around nobles. You have to be like a ghost that nobody knows about. And a ghost shouldn't get their hands dirty, or bloody for that matter.
I've been known to be a bit noisy. How do I stay quiet?
Only a fool goes robbing in full armor. Better to take off your chainmail before you go climbing through someone else's window. And tread lightly. Not only will you not make a racket, but you just might hear the fella in the other room get up to take a piss.
Well, a weapon in hand won't do me much good, but I feel more confident with it.
Seems like everyone does nowadays. But if you're not looking to draw attention, a dagger in your belt will do just fine. All you need in your hand is a lockpick and a bag for valuables. Well, it's best to keep your hands free. If you get caught where you're not supposed to, neither a dagger nor a lockpick in hand will look too good.
How should I handle light properly?
Most guards and people you meet at night are either blind or drunk. The night is your friend. Stick to where the light doesn't shine. Dark clothing help out as well. And only a complete idiot doesn't put away their torch while robbing. And if you know how, brew yourself a Nighthawk. It tastes like piss, but it'll help you see better and keep you from being seen.
How should I plan a robbery?
Most people have the same routine every day. Pay attention to people's behavior. Who goes where and which way. When they rest and when they go to bed. When are they usually drunk? When you get to know your victim, you'll know when they'll be home and when they won't. And where you're sneaking into someone's house. Try a back window. Don't go for the front door.
That's all. Thanks for the advice. I'll have a look at the wares. Let's talk about the price.
Well, I suppose we can try. What a shame. I'm done haggling with you.
Praise the Lord.
Crazel told me you'd show me how to do a takedown.
All right, come with me. So Crazel took you on just like that? Surprising. Crazel hardly trusts anyone. He's a smart man. So don't you even think about betraying him. That would end badly for you. Not to scare you, though. That's not what I'm here for. Well then, it's easy. Sneak up behind me and choke me out. I won't fight back the first time, so you should have no trouble. Just remember, you mustn't let me see you.
All right, I'll give it a try.
hurt. You knocked me out nicely, in such a way that I don't notice. That's how it should be.
I want to try my hand at pickpocketing. Crazel said you could help me with that too.
Why not, since we're here?
Let's begin.
Not so fast. You're new here, so here's some advice before we get started.
Don't worry. It's not my first time.
Well, well, well. You fancy yourself. Let's see. Where would you look for keys on a person?
In the front pouch, of course.
All right. I see you have some skills. Do you think you're up to stealing something from the front?
I'm not quite ready for that.
Don't you want to hear about it anyway?
All right. Tell me.
First of all, rich or poor, most folks carry their things in a pouch either in front or in the back. The front one holds keys, coin, and other small items.
And the rest is in the back?
Exactly. Now, this is important. Don't steal from the front pouch unless you're sure you know what you're doing.
No problem. I can manage a different way.
Oh, yeah? And how's that?
I'll take it from behind.
That you can. Just remember, it'll be further away and there's a bigger risk of getting caught.
Don't worry. I've tried it before.
Show me how nimble your fingers are then.
All right? Let's do it.
Dawdling and get over here. Have you started yet? Ah, you messed that one up. Try again.
Done.
Very nice. I didn't notice you at all, and that's exactly what you want. Now give back what you took.
Here you go. What now?
That's it. It's a simple art. But if you want, you can give it another try.
Yes.
Get stuck in.
Here. Have it back.
Good. Give it here. You want to give it another go?
Yes.
All right. I'm ready. Tough shit. At this rate, you'll get caught right away. Want to try again?
Silly doggy.
Not now.
I'll see you around.
Would you know of any other way to make some extra money?
The only thing you can do in this backwater is steal cabbages. But go and ask those woodcutters on the opposite hill. You might find something more interesting there.
Why the woodcutters?
Just think about it. They've been cutting timber in the middle of nowhere for a pretty long time. And they get paid for every wagon they unload at the sawmill. They work all day long and don't move an inch. They have nothing to spend their money on.
I think I know what you're getting at.
All their earnings must be hidden somewhere in their camp. And it must be a lot of money.
I like the way you think. I reckon I'll pay them a visit.
But if you're stupid enough to get caught, don't say a word about me putting you up to it. You hear? First, I'd lose my job, and then they'd beat me to a pulp.
Don't you worry. The miller said I could wrestle with you.
Look at you champing at the bit. You do have the coin for a wager, don't you?
Wait, you never said anything about a wager.
Did you really think we brawl just to pass the time? Well, maybe we do a bit. But still, if you want to fight, you have to wager something.
If you say so. Here's the coin.
Great. Get your ass ready for a good kicking. Not so hard, you'll cripple me. Go fuck yourself. Just getting warmed up, you shit. Fucking hell. Wanker. Even mine. You fight like a little girl. Fucking hell.
You call yourself a
Jesus,
fighter?
I'm hit.
You call yourself a fighter?
Nice. Nice. You fight better than I'd have expected.
Thanks.
But we'll see how you fare against Malik. Oh, yeah. And this is yours.
So you're the toughest one here?
Aye, that's me.
Still, it's odd that the miller trains you like that, don't you think?
I just do what I'm told.
You'd rather keep things to yourself, eh?
I suppose.
Made up your mind?
be with you, sir.
Why did you start with all this brawling?
Just look around. The mill's in the arsehole of nowhere, miles to the tavern and the wenches. Not a damn thing to do here but work.
So you rather let yourself get beaten up?
Well, I'm usually the one does the beating, see?
Well, ready to brawl?
Aye, all right. It's going to be a clean fight, see? No funny stuff.
What funny stuff?
Kicks in the balls, fingers in the nose, biting and shit like that. Try something like that and I'll rip your head off.
Don't you worry. I can hammer you without any of that.
We'll see about that. And what about the wager? Have you got coin?
Here it is.
That's the way I like it. Let's do this.
Ah! Ah! Just you wait. Ah! Bam! Ah! Take that! Just you wait. Ah! Ah! Come closer. Just you wait. Come closer. Bam! There you go. Come closer. Useless. Come closer. Come closer. Bam! There. Now you're finished. Just you wait. Christ! Now you're finished. Nice. Nice.
You're bleeding. Do you need some help?
No, thanks. I'm just fine.
God damn! You gave me the runaround.
You all right?
Well, a bit of liquor to ease the pain, a bit for the tummy, and I'll be all right. You're going to be much worse off when Vera's done with you. If you wanted to train a bit before then, let me know. I can show you some tricks. And here's your wager. Spend it well.
I'd like to learn something.
What is this about?
Show me a few wrestling holds.
Fine. But it'll take some time.
I'd like to learn something.
What is this about?
I know what a lockpick is, but I'm still not very good at using them.
I'll tell you some interesting things.
I'd like to learn something.
There's no time for it now. Come back later.
Somebody gave you a good working over. Are you all right? Greetings. Can't it wait till morning?
I have a few more...
You know I don't like that ugly word.
That's all.
Take care, friend.
I want to fight you.
Are you sure? I could break you in half.
Don't you worry about me. Well, shall we?
Well, if you say so. Got the coin for a wager?
Yeah. Here's the coin.
Get ready then.
Come on! Move, you snails!
Useless. Cordoba! I'm wounded! You'll be walking arse. Well, fuck me. I stripped in like you, and you whipped my ass.
You're full of surprises yourself. Not even Pa swore as much when he whacked his knee with his blacksmith's hammer.
Oh, I know. Once a fight starts, my mouth takes on a life of its own. Here's the coin you won, and go and see Crazel. He could send you to Shelly-off instead of me.
You have a kind master, eh, Matt?
Greetings, my friend.
Well, Miller, it seems I defeated all the hands you have here.
Good work. But it's a shame you didn't show up here before going to fight in Jeliov. I'd have had a wager on you. You know what? Have a few groschen from me, so folk don't say I'm stingy.
Thank you.
And if you get bored fighting my fellows, look around the woods by Kopanina. Seems there's some peculiar fellow living there who knocks 7 shades of shit out of anyone who as much as looks sideways at him.
Near Kopanina, you say? Maybe I'll go and have a chat with him.
Seems he's some herbalist or something. But that doesn't seem right to me. The strongest bloke around and he's growing flowers? If that's true, there's no sense in this world at all.
I'll have a look at the wares.
Let's talk about the price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
Satisfied?
We're nearly there. Just lower your price a bit more. Aye, you'll convince me with that price.
Here you go. Take it.
Excuse me.
You silly doggy.
You silly nuts.
Fucker! Sick! Enough! You silly mutt.
God bless you.
What kind of pig was this?
God save the day.
Yes. These will make me almost invisible.
You silly doggy. How can I help you, sir?
I need a bath.
What'll it be this time, Henry?
Tend to my wounds, prepare me a bath, and wash my clothes, please.
All right, but money up front.
Let's talk about the price.
Certainly. No problem.
Satisfied?
You'll have to make a better offer for this. Great. My girls will take good care of you, Henry.
There, all better. I hope that's all your aches and pains taken care of. And take better care of yourself out there, friend.
I think Bahunak won't be bothering you anymore.
Did you give him a proper licking?
A proper licking? That's an understatement. I beat the shit out of him.
I knew I could rely on you. Unfortunately, I can't pay you for it. I can barely make ends meet myself. But I can sew clothes and wounds.
Thanks. That'll come in handy.
And I can also teach you something. How to mix a special ointment or to make a few stitches with a needle. What do you say?
I'd like to learn something. I'd like to learn something.
And what would you like?
Show me which herbs you pick.
All right, but it'll take some time.
I'd like to learn something.
And what would you like?
I hear you're good at alchemy. I'd like to learn something.
All right, I'll show you something. But you need time for it.
You silly doggy.
Here, mutt!
What are you doing here?
Come here, boy. Whoa, whoa. Ooh.
Ka! Ka!
Good day. What would you like?
You must be Zinnek. Am I right?
Who's asking?
Crazel sent me. He wants me to get the document they took from you at the rat house.
Well, good luck with that, brother in the trade. They took it from me with all the stolen stuff because they thought it was part of the loot. I told them I had it before I robbed that merchant, but they wouldn't listen. They locked it all in a chest full of other stolen things in the rat house jail. You can get there from the courtyard behind the rat house. It's right under the guardhouse. Or you can get there from behind the tavern, alongside the fence. As soon as you find the stairs leading down, you'll know you're in the right place.
Who has the key to the chest?
Well, actually I had one, but when the guards shook me down, I must have dropped it. It was in the chamber next door to the one with the chest. They've got a pretty soft bed in there, I tell you. The key must have fallen under it.
Is that the only key?
No, of course not. Almost every guard in Troskovitz has one. Take it from one of them who's got his back turned. Or one who snuck off somewhere for a nap.
I'll keep it in mind. Thanks.
Wait, before you go, you do know how to pickpocket, right?
I'll manage. Leave it to me.
Farewell.
Hey, Wayfarer! You have a long road ahead of you. Why don't you and I roll some dice?
God be with you, Sir Knight. I'm Henry, and I serve the Lord of Lipa.
And which one might that be? You see, I know several of them. It's an old and respected house.
Well, my lord resides in Ratai, on Sasau.
Him I don't know, but I rode with the old Captain Chenyak of Lipa when Emperor Charles was still with us.
Forgive me, sir, but that's before my time.
Well, of course. Half a century has passed since those glorious battles against the Hungarian troops. Ah, and all I'm left with today is debts.
You have debts? Why? Because of the war?
On the contrary, when my neighbor Deslav was on his deathbed, he begged me to deliver his inheritance to his nephew. But that troublemaker is all fighting in Poland somewhere.
A will is a sacred affair. But are you really going to go all the way to Poland?
Certainly not. I'll leave the money in the hands of a monastery and be done with it. Problem is, I incurred a bloody fine on the way and had to pay it out of the inheritance.
So you fought for Emperor Charles, the father of our King Wenceslas?
Indeed I did. My boy, he was a pious and clever king, and as cunning as the devil.
So you stand with Wenceslas too?
Always. The apple has fallen far from the tree. Young Wenceslas is just a foppish coxcomb. Well, safe to say, it's all going to the bloody dogs.
So, sir, fancy a game of dice?
Gladly. I might just get lucky at last. What game would you like to play?
Masters.
Let's play.
I'm seriously curious about you, lad. Finished. Your turn. Here. that'll do. My God! Oh, come on! Let it be now. I want to play too, you know? No great loss. It wasn't that good anyway. I'm throwing so well, I'll use up my luck for a whole week. What? Oh, come on. Aye, that'll do. Damn it! Damn it! I'm so fucked! Courage!
Greetings. I'd like to learn something.
What do you want to know?
I'm interested in sword fighting.
I'll tell you some interesting things.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
All right. I can show you something. Fighting with a longsword is all the rage, but it's not for me. You know what they say about old dogs learning new tricks and all that? But there is one thing I've learned, so I'd be glad to show it to you if you're interested.
How did Jules end up?
He's a noble, so Lord Sameen took him into his service.
What? Why would he do that? After Jules tried to rob him?
That's the nobility and their rules for you. A peasant would get the noose right away, but the lords play a different game together.
And you don't have a problem with that, Captain?
I don't, but I'll keep a close eye on him. Trust me. But anyway, there's all sorts in service in Sameen. You can't do a job like this for long without getting dirty hands.
I expect the same applies to you?
My hands might be dirty, but my conscience is clean.
There's some folk might tell you a different story, but that's how it goes.
What happened with that hired hand?
Francie? Nothing much. He swore it was the other fella talked him into it, so we kept him on here as a hand.
Very generous.
Aye, the best thing for a wayward fella like that is hard work.
I think I've heard all I need to know.
Good doggy. Good boy.
Greetings to you. How can I help?
What do you have for sale? I'd like to do something about that price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
What would you say to this?
You really won't convince me like this. Very well, then. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir. What do you need, sir?
This could use some repairs. Word about the price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
Is this enough?
You really won't convince me like this. Very well, then. Great! Happy to be of
Gepriesen sei der Herr. What do you need?
What do you have for sale?